Hey guys, okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about attacking with your hero, because that seems to be a pretty popular discussion, and it confuses a lot of people with how the hero can attack and when can the hero attack. Well, for example, core rule states that the hero cannot attack unless it has a weapon attached or associated with it. Now, there are things that will change this rule. For example, if my hero wanted to attack, if I had no allies on the table, and I'm full of resources down here, but I have no allies and no equipment or weapons associated with my hero, I am unable to attack. I'm also unable to defend. So if this, which leaves you kind of like a sitting duck almost. If the opponent's ally wanted to attack my hero, it's going to automatically do 4 damage. During the exchange, I'm able to defend. However, I don't have anything to defend with, so therefore it's kind of like a free shot on my hero. And as long as he does not have any modifiers or any weapons, it's going to remain like that. He's just going to take a beating. One way to get around this is obviously at some point in the game try and get a weapon on your hero. Now your hero has something to attack with and something to defend with. So now when this card here tries to attack my hero, assuming I have the resources available, the opponent is going to declare that this card is going to attack my hero. That's great. He's going to do 4 hit points of damage to my hero, and I'm going to spend 1 resource here. I'm going to use my weapon. I'm also going to exhaust my hero at that point because I didn't use them in the previous turn, and I'm going to do 10 damage to that ally. Ally's gone. Okay, same scenario now. Now I don't have a weapon. However, I've been able to give at some point during the game my hero Bloodbane's Fall. Bloodbane's Fall is actually armor, as indicated by the little icon down here. But one of the perks of this armor is it gives my hero Assault 1. Now on my turn, what that basically means is by my hero equipping or wearing this cloak, not only does it give it 1 armor, it also gives him the ability to have a +1 attack. Now +1 attack, right now he has 0, so +1 gives him 1 attack. So same scenario now, my hero wants to attack this card, this opponent's ally. My hero can now do it. Just like an ally, I don't have to pay a cost to attack with my hero. My hero just exhausts. He is going to attack this card. This card only has 1 hit point, so it will die. In rebuttal to that, he will attack my hero back in defense. Now he has actually 4 attack value, so he's going to attack my hero for 4. However, Bloodbane's Fall gives me a 1 armor, so I will just simply exhaust that. Now his 4 attack is reduced to 3. He's going to do 3 hit points of damage on my hero. Is this a good thing to do? In my opinion, no, because the damage that I did, well, actually that's not true. In this scenario, it might be a good thing to do because he's doing 4 attack every time. But it did more damage to me than it really did to him. Okay, he only took 1 damage for it, where he actually came back at me and did 3 damage to my hero. It's kind of like a no-win situation. So that's another way. Now, so typically your hero, unless he has a weapon, cannot attack or defend. If he has something like this that modifies him with Assault 1, he can attack. However, now let's switch it up a little bit. This is my opponent's turn. My opponent wants to attack my hero. My opponent will attack my hero. He will cause 4 hit points of damage to my hero, so my hero's hit points is reduced by 4. I have Assault 1, which gives me +1 attack on my turn. It is now the opponent's turn. So I don't benefit from this +1 in defense. So I just take the beating. Okay? But however, I can still use my armor effect, so he is only going to do 3 hit points of damage on me. I will have to exhaust my armor in order to do that, but that's basically how that works. Another question that was posed to me was, if I have an ally in play, or a hero for that matter, does my ally or hero have the choice of who they want to attack? So in other words, if my opponent has a few allies on the board as well as his mandatory hero, do I have to attack the heroes in order to get, do I have to attack the allies as they're on the board first, then once they're all wiped out, can I take a shot at the hero? No, you can attack whoever you want to attack. The ultimate goal of this game is to destroy the hero. So in essence, you can ignore the opponent's allies and go directly to the hero. If you choose to attack the allies, that's totally up to you, but you can choose any target that you want to on the board. And I hope that answers that question. I want to basically say that I am not perfect, and I did make a mistake in one of my last videos with regards to this particular weapon right here, Betrayer of Humanity. I love this weapon. Simply because its cost versus damage is huge. I mean, the cost is only 6, but I can do upwards of 10 damage just with paying a cost of 1 once it is in play. The mistake that I made was every time I want to use this card after it's in play, I have to sacrifice an orc. It has been brought to my attention, and I appreciate this, thank you very much, that this card, I do not have to sacrifice an orc every time I want to activate this card. There's a difference between the term activate and a difference and put in play. Put in play basically means if I have this card in my hand and it's my turn and I have the appropriate resources to do so, I will exhaust, according to the card, 6 resources and sacrifice 1 orc or human. Once I have sacrificed the orc or human, now I can attach this to my hero. Now, subsequently, every turn after this, including this turn, if I have the resources available, I would pay 1 to activate this card, and then I can attack with my hero to anyone else. I do not have to sacrifice an orc every time I want to use this card, because now it's considered in play, and I'm not paying to activate it. Some of the cards are a little convoluted, and you have to read them a couple of times, and you're going to make mistakes. If you make mistakes, hopefully, PM me, put a comment in the bottom. If I can't help you, I hope someone steps up to the plate and offers some constructive help. As I do appreciate people commenting, try and do it in an intelligent manner. I can't control who comments on my videos, but the original comment that was brought to my attention on this, I think was worded in a rather rude way, but that's how people choose to communicate on YouTube, I guess. And there you go. So I hope that answers your questions. I do have, actually there is one individual that I'm going to try and answer some more questions here. Thanks for the vids, they're really helpful, but I have some questions about the game if you have time. Well, I'm doing this now, so I have some time. This particular viewer, I can't remember his name off the top, he's starting an Alliance Hunter deck. Could you please list 10 must-have cards for my deck? As much as I'd love to give you, an idea of the 10 must-have cards for your deck, that is always changing because new decks, new blocks are coming out, new this is coming out, new that is coming out. So you're going to be switching up your deck anyway based on new cards that are coming out. How do you play? Do you play tournament? Do you play classic? Do you play for fun? Are you competitive? what is your style of play? Are you go in there, get it done, sit back, take some damage? I can't really tell you the 10 must-have cards for your deck. That's something that you're going to have to figure out yourself. Also, with 4,000 plus cards to choose from, I really can't, say what cards are the best cards to put in your deck, because I also don't know what other cards are going to be in your deck. The route that I would take for this, if you're just starting out and you want an Alliance Hunter deck, go out and get the class starter deck for an Alliance Hunter. Play that deck a couple of times. Research on the website called WoW TCG DB, or I think it's World of Warcraft TCG DB. It's a database website, and you can view all of the cards and all of their stats, and you can also filter it to see what cards you want to look for. So if you want to look for an Alliance and a Hunter, you can specifically request it to spit out those cards, and you can take a look at all of them and pick and choose which cards you want to look for. So in other words, I really can't help you with that. That's something you're going to have to find out on your own. How do you kill an ally who's elusive and untargetable? There are cards out there. There's one specific card that I was done in on in a tournament play. I can't remember the name of the card right now, but there are cards out there. I would suggest going to the forum and maybe taking a look. I have some odd 1,000 cards here. I'm not really about to look through every one of them. I'd like to help you out, but I'm just not looking through every one of my cards for something like this. Again, go to the database website and you just Google it. You can find it. Can you defend against long-range attack? Now, no. If a card specifies in the text that is a long-range attack, your target will not be able to retaliate on that attack because it is a long-range attack. A long-range attack basically specifies that it is a long-range attack, and the defender cannot defend against it. Can elusive targets be targeted by abilities that only deal melee damage? If I'm correct about this, and I can't verify at this point, but elusive means that it cannot be targeted. So that's basically your answer right there. An elusive target cannot be targeted, so I mean that's basically your answer. If a hero is flipped, can he do if a hero is flipped, he can't do combat, example attack or defend, right? No, that's wrong. The act of flipping your hero basically allows you to benefit from the hero's ability. Once it is flipped, you can still attack and defend with that hero. You just cannot benefit from a one-time ability. Now, heroes that are in the World Breaker block, a lot of them have ongoing abilities after they are flipped. Not this one, but it will have an ongoing ability, and it can use that ability even though it is flipped. That's the benefit of flipping the card. So to answer your question, once you pay the resource cost and flip your hero, yes, it can still attack and defend as per usual. What type of abilities can be used at what time? Instant, regular, etc. Well, regular abilities can be used during your turn. Instant abilities can be used, and this is basic. Instant abilities can be used at any point in the game, hence instant. They can be used on your turn at any point. They can be used on your opponent's turn at any point. That is the benefit and beauty of an instant ability. It can stop your opponent from actually performing an attack or wiping out one of your cards, etc., etc. I hope that helps, and keep the questions coming, because you know, I don't know everything about this game, and sometimes your questions help me learn more about the game. So thank you very much, and I hope I've helped. Have a good one, guys.